say few words about Darkside playing this game. I made myself even a small note just to not forget anything. I hope you like my channel. Really pleased if you subscribe it. Leave the likes or comments below. I just want to say this on the beginning because sometimes it's not just enough time for everything. Well, let's get started. Dark side of this game. I think every player in this game will agree with me that the first and a major issue here is chat. This fucking chat. Right, the translation is not good at all. Many times it's just making things worse, to be honest. People start to argue over it because they don't understand each other. Okay, we have a few options in the game where you can change your languages. Maybe I'm going to show this right now. Options, language and translation, and you have quite nice choice, right? But it's not that beautiful as it looks in the beginning. What you have to do is just be patient and just get over with it. It's not going to change. There's going to be the same crap as was from beginning. There's lots of players complain about it, waiting for some updates, and I didn't see it yet. Okay, so chat, yeah, translation, this is one thing. Another is crashing. Crashing so often you can't just control this. This is really madness. You want to type the message and you're unable to. You're just pressing that feather right there and it's not going. So what you have to do is restart the game. That's the only option. You can wait, you can try, but this is usually doesn't work. And that's it. This is, I think, the worst part of this game so far. The most annoying, maybe like this. Others are quite different from this. Okay. Argument. You play, at least me or many others, we playing the games for pleasure, to release ourselves from the madness of the normal life, right? From work, for families, or any other kind of trouble we have. So we have some positive energy, I will call it like this. Positive energy from the playing games, okay? Hobby, maybe, so some pleasure. I think gaming is a pleasure, but then you ending up, then you are pissed off. That's really not good. This is not what the game's supposed to be, at least in my opinion. It happened to me many times. I'm playing, for example, Call of Duty, and the only thing what I want to take that fist and punch the keyboard. Okay, shame. And especially when many of us spending so much money on the gaming these days. Okay, so the people argue about anything. Okay, there is some problem, for example, you sending your troops to this for the stone, and then another player doing exactly the same thing, and don't care that you was first. And this is already the seed to argument. They test posting why you're doing like this. Even worse, when the person doesn't listen and actually using even speed up the march for it, for the mining. Okay, this is really, really bad. Loads of people doing that. Yeah, the resources is a problem for the bigger alliances, but being greedy or rude to other players never gonna pay off. Never. That player always gonna remember what you did. At least I'm thinking like this. Second, in my opinion, the worst what you can do is hit the person on the gold on title. Gold is very rare. We all fighting for it, we all trying to get it, and it's very bad if other players, is because he's stronger, he just want to take everything for himself. The worst when they actually thinking, then some alliances, like even in this realm, thinking that they actually do all the job, like the fighting with another realm. Well, Yes, you do, because you are the strongest, so you do lots of job, but don't even say the word like this, then you're doing all by yourself. This is fucking bullshit. Okay, straight away I can say this. How many times when you are fighting, then so many other players is checking out the guests, right? We're coming here and trying to take our land or capitals or anything, and the people, the weakest, are posting records, checking all the maps, scanning. This is really fucking big map, right? So just scan all those bases on this map for so many hours. We all know then when there's a war against another realm, it actually takes some time, okay? And then others actually are fighting with them or taking the capitals back. Well, how many times is just going to another realm and they're taking or trying to take something from an enemy? I don't think it's ever just a one-team game. If you are thinking that way, then you are a dickhead, straight away. Different story if you are in a realm when it's only you and some very tiny alliance, okay? That's an absolutely different story. I'm talking about the realms which are not dead yet, because of everyone gonna die and someday, and we're waiting for the merging. I just don't know how long it's gonna take to this to happen. Okay, so that's another thing. So arguments, yeah, hitting on gold and blah blah blah. Lots of people have arguments, racism happening in the game. I personally, sometimes I don't like someone just because of this very stupid nickname. Using some person who is killing lots of people, for example, in a history, and then actually using the name to show off in somehow. I'm never gonna understand something like this. Okay. So we got titles, argument, chat, and I think one of the most biggest minus for all of us, doesn't matter if you like it or not, is actually time consuming. The time what we're putting in this game. Look at this. Alright, to build a fucking castle, 6 days, 10 hours. This is madness. And this is nothing, obviously, because this is only level 20. And what's about the others? Right, let's go to the level era 5th, era actually of research. The first level of any research is gonna be still short, 8 days, 11 hours. But every research got 5th levels, right? So this is gonna actually take some time. And to do all of this is really big. We all understand that this is a part of the game, right? You can always see the good side and bad side. If it's all gonna be short, everyone will be overpowerful here, and it will be very strange game. That's a true story. But what I mean by consuming the time is just like, look how much time we're spending on a game and we're losing from our real life, right? Going out with the friends, having a party, drinking, study, reading, whatever. Things like this. I think, in my opinion, gaming, I love games, but I actually looking on that time sometimes. I got the clock even on Steam when I playing, for example, Company of Heroes, and I see then I played like 300 hours on it already or more. So this is getting to my mind, you know, what I'm doing. If I would put the same amount of hours to study another language, then my life might be look absolutely different. Okay, that's all. Welcome. I see I got some viewer finally. I wish to use the chat. I really do. I'm gonna pop up here maybe. I don't know if it's this one. Sometimes I don't understand this YouTube stuff. I putting the main chat is in there, and then on the video is another one. So I just need to like changing those options, refresh the websites and stuff. Sometimes it's annoying. Let me just change this, because it's another chat over here, and I think that's what I need. Damn it. Okay, so if you got any questions, you can send it. think it's all working now. Yeah, so time. Well, I don't know. Some people don't care. I do. Don't forget that this game is endless. Almost. As long as we pay spending our money on it, or many other players, obviously not everyone, because we taking advantage of free to play, but let's be reasonable. Many people not gonna actually win anything in here because of the power what we have. I got 45.5 million power, and what the hell is this? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I can't go to fight, I can't do anything. The research is the most important, I think, here, and the army. But to produce those units is take really loads of time. To get the research I already mentioned about the building, it's okay, because with buildings actually made in some point, you see that level, the 30 level is the highest, when you go actually gonna finish it, you know, one day. But this, I think. Remember, guys, to change your location. If it's no focus on this your territory, better to change it right away. Not this one. I'm looking for someone else now. Like here, investment focus on it. So changing your location is better for your research, your building. So remember about that. I just want to say, when a game is endless, yeah, you can see the bright stuff of this. It's not gonna finish too soon, everyone gonna be happy, blah blah blah, you can play much as you want. Yes, the worst is for the players when they're gonna stop spending money, and they actually put some of the players, they really put loads of it. You have small fortune in games like this, and then they realize the game is almost finished because over 90% of the players not gonna spend that money on it. So the developer not gonna actually continue with it, right? They prefer to make something new so that people can go it again and keep spending something, right? So money in this game is also important, as is, I was just trying to show you something, don't know if I'm gonna get it. How you can actually trying to do your research as your army and you're not spending your money. Obviously I'm trying, but then the fighting, well, 112 millions is already nothing in this game. I'm talking about the guys who have over 500 million power. That one got 200, almost 300. That is nothing. Right, there are guys somewhere here. It's a big map. So whatever you're gonna do is trying to start the game now, you already have to realize then you're not gonna win. You know, look, if this player who have a 500 or 700 million power, he not gonna stop playing, he just gonna keep growing, and you to catch up with him is almost impossible if you don't spending money. Okay, so this is another reason, dark fucking side of this game, right? You're playing, but you should already know that you're not gonna win. You can get to some power when you combine with your other friends from your alliance, then you might have stand up to someone. But that other player got also friends, which are very, very powerful. So they coming and they're trying to rule out. So this is what is madness in this game as well. One team try to control whole realm and tell everyone what to do, and this is very, very annoying, right? If I can gather, I can't gather. If I go, I can't attack, right? And let's move on, because this is gonna get even more angry. Hard to fight. This is actually part of it. Shields. On some part, when I saying don't spend your money on it, because you really need to put some kind of amount to actually get somewhere in this game. Okay, another shields. On to level 15, I don't recommend use shields. Better to save them for the future. Even if you lose your little bit of your troops, fuck it. A little bit of your resources. Resources are actually the best thing in this game because of those trading points. You can actually go and buy yourself something or sell. So this is the best thing in here. Without it, I actually don't see this game actually playing at all. Alright. Shields you need to use above the level 15 in my opinion, and then you could the game actually starting from me from the 15 level. Before is just a little bit random. You're just coming and trying to get some experience, some kind of research and everything else. Don't even think about building your army and start to thinking about fighting with others. This is not gonna happen. As soon as I'm gonna lose the shield, I can be lucky, few hours, I'm not gonna get attacked, but then one gonna show up and I'm gonna lose everything. Okay, all my army, all my resources and everything else. Don't forget, then in a hospital there's a limit, right? How many you can keep it, the troops here. For me, 256,000. Okay, so this is really nothing. The guy's got few million troops here, so I don't really know how to deal with this. Okay, nothing on this chat. This sometimes the words where some people are from a different part of the world. So this is a positive thing, but also a negative in the same time, because we can't understand each other, and that's causing the problems. Okay, shields, going back to it. The 8 hours one, the shields are only for fighting, I think. Everything else you're trying to save up. That's why you should use the gold for those shields anyway. And I'm seriously pissed off then if you have something in your life happen and you have to stay longer at work. Many jobs you not allowed you to use the mobile phones. I'm playing on computers, I can't have it in my pocket. And many other stuff like this. You're gonna lose your shield, and then you show up on the game and then you see, oh my god, oh, lost so much work, so much. Look on this, my resources right now. So losing all this is, I'm gonna feel it. It's not like if there are 10 to 30 millions, I really wouldn't care. And those troops gonna die if you got above your hospital level, right? Okay, so next, what I was just thinking, really bullshit in this game is a fucking events. I'm mad about this. Straight away come to swearing. Look, master for battle, no, fuck's sake, how many times master for battle, no, all the fucking time. And look at this, I need some quite amount of special units to get those points. So this event is not really for me, it's another players which I already have loads of buildings, loads of researches, blah 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 blah, and that army is close to finish, so they can actually do it. For me, waste of my time. Okay, lottery event is actually cool because we just can have a little bit of some reward for playing. I will call it like this. Atlantis, this is when you have level 30, so this is quite a little bit more special. So you're going there. I've never been there yet. I was happy actually when they showing the Snowballs Wars. That was actually cool. But except this, well, master for battle, master for battle, master for fucking battle. My goodness, make those troops all the fucking time. I'm making them anyway, if it's event or not. I keep making those troops, and then yeah, let's say that shield's gonna get down, you're gonna be at work, and then BAM! Some motherfucker gonna hit you, and all your troops what you was making for last month gonna die. So thank you very much. That's why I'm making that video for new players especially. If somebody wanna show up here, wanna play that game, you need to know what you're against. Because I really feel sad for the people who playing and then end up like this. He got actually low power, but let me find some sad guy. There is quite a few here. The Battle Castle, really cool power. Yeah, I don't know where there is now. But look at this. Are they playing? If it's level 14, 15, like I said, I wouldn't use the shield myself unless I got something prepared, some extra resources, right? But except this, dead. Dead bases, dead realm. Alright, let's look on this map. Most of this, all around, nobody playing there. 1, 2, 3 players on such a land, you know. It's many cases like this. Right, they are going closer and closer to the middle. This absolutely, we all understand that. We're all doing that. But there's lots of players. I can even see somewhere in similar to Castle to this guy. 254 million power, level 30 or something, and then he gonna leave the game. I don't know where is it now. But there was at least 10 of big bases like this of level 30 who left the game because the family, because of life, time consuming, or just get pissed off or being hit because your shield, you didn't make it 5 minutes too late, and then fuck it, you know, you lost everything. So I'm not surprised that people give up. And I'm trying to warn others who are gonna come and waste of you know, so many hours on a game and then gonna get hit on a title because of just a little bit resources, a little bit iron, and then somebody not gonna be happy with it. Obviously, yes, you need to control your land, your territory. There's some kind of agreements. I'm going on other lands as well together because sometimes, which is another bad side, bigger alliance, we don't have enough resources to collect. Right? Once I have an event to gather iron, and I spend 15 fucking minutes to find the iron everywhere, and it's nothing. And if I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna get hit. So this is quite frustrating when you have, you know, not too many people who have enough time to spend on a game, sitting down and be 8-10 hours on it. No chance. If you do, you're a little bit lucky, but it's not gonna happen forever. And then again that shield gonna come down sooner or later. Even mine, last time I don't even remember, 1 hour late or something. I was lucky then I didn't get hit. Very lucky. Always saying about put your alarms in your mobiles, remember about it. It's nothing what you can do to control all this because of life. Leaving sometimes the resources, the titles, I want to mention about this. Some people complaining, I don't care. They're leaving a little bit less. Why? I will tell you. In this game, even if it's a little bit low on resource, even if you're gonna leave the 6,000, I'm happy to collect this because you get some reward for doing that. They give you some gear. Not always, but most of the time. Every player know that. In other games what I was playing, similar to this, you collect and you get nothing. Right? So that was frustrating. But here you actually receive some gear for it, so you can actually manage. If you actually need lots of resources, and if it's all the titles like this left a little bit, so yes, that might be pissed off. Or even when you have a little bit not enough time to play, you just get on and you're trying to find some resources just to send the army and then go back to work. Well, then we can understand that somebody might be pissed off. Let me just hit some rebels. You know what? I actually, doing that video, I'm making all this speech, and I realize, and I coming point by point, and when I get a little bit higher, I see all those negatives of this game, and I'm so pissed off right now. Why the fuck am I playing this shit? To be honest, I was playing, what was this game? With Schwarzenegger is always there making commercial of the most greedy mobile game of all time. Spend a year or year and a half playing that crap, and what does all go? That was absolutely waste of time. I didn't spend too much money on it. I didn't follow the trap. I spent, to be honest, in total $60. So that's compared to the players who I heard they spent up to 30,000 or even more on that game. No, that's really nothing. Sorry guys, I'm really just angry when it comes to gaming. I like the games which are very normal. They're not cheating. This is not a trap for you to get your money in it or to get trust some kind of popularity. Very good example of games like this is Destiny 1. Advertising everywhere. The best game, the most expensive game, the biggest game, the blah 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 blah. I think somebody was making it and masturbate on that advertise or something. That was one of the biggest advertised cheat, right? For the players, rip off. They just go there, making all those lies, release the game, and then the players say, "Hey, what the fuck is that?" This is absolutely the true part of games these days. You need to be careful what you're spending your money on. Mobile games are very dangerous. So people are addicted to it, and then it's just like you taking that phone, oh, a few clicks, oh, the pack, $3, $5, oh, it's nothing. But yeah, by end of the year you end up actually with spending $1,000. Grand here, grand there. I know it because my friend followed this trap. He gets straight into it, right? And he gets spending like from first was few packs. The first pack was cheeky because it was a very low price, and then get more and more expensive. And as on a payday, you know, it's just a little bit money, and then you are ruined. For that another game what I was talking about. So March of Empires in this case actually is better. It's less greedy. In that another game it was just advertise after one and another, and the gear in that game was actually created so you have to buy it, you have to spend it, otherwise you are burned. I don't want to, you know, telling the future or something, but this might happen in this game as well in one day. They're not going to be just able to continue like this, so they're going to come up with some crap, and some players going to follow it, and that's going to be the end. I'm telling you, I'm telling this from my own experience. What else I put it? So I said about the chat, I said about the time, arguments, money. Yeah, so no point of sometimes of playing because you're not going to win anyway. Events. Yeah, events. Except that Masterful Butter is gathering. Gathering, Masterful Butter. Gathering, make a troops. Get for resources, gathering, fucking mad troop. Yeah. I just can't take this any longer because this is really too often. Way too often. Anything else happening in this stupid game now? There are lots of positives of it, but in this episode I'm just talking about negatives, so try to not take this in the wrong way. Shields hard to find, blah 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 blah. I don't know. Guys, if you're watching this video, I just want to ask you, put in the comments what you think about this game, which are your bad sides of it, which sides you actually see it. Positive, you can put it positive, negatives as well. I'm just trying my best to show this game in a true color. The good sides, obviously, contact with another people. I think the best the best thing about this game is actually then you are chatting and keep in contact, so you actually have some kind of friends when you can't have it in your real life, right? Most of the time is with the jobs, but everyone who actually going to school, I will strongly advise you, don't play this game, because you better to actually doing the school, and afterwards you will have enough time for any bullshit like this. And there is many other games which are far more worth it to invest your time in it if you want it that way. Damn, I'm pissed off now. I was wanting to relax and doing this, but it's not that simple anymore. Especially, you know, some certain age. Depends on the job what you do as well. This is very important. If you can actually put your time or your mobile out and you play, if it's actually worth to do it. You need to guys see actually the point of playing it. For me, I just enjoy the talking with some people, meet some others. I do have enough little bit fun when I can't play any other games because I don't have enough time. I'm just gonna come in here for a moment. The big advantage of it is obviously mobile game, right? So you can play on the mobiles, iPads, or computer in this case, which is very good. If it's not on a computer, not gonna do it. No fucking chance. I'm not using any games on a mobile device. I've done it once with the game what I mentioned before. Never again. This is absolutely the biggest trap for a person like me. When I like to play, I like games, but I like to have a separation between work, life, gaming. Must do it, especially when I play so many games. I prefer really. I find out that these games are sometimes crap, but this is also with the many new ones like Call of Duty World War II. What the hell is this? Waste of money. That's all. Lots of advertise, lots of bullshit, lots of lies. Like, you know, like a makeup on a girl with the ugly one. When she gonna wash this off? Actually, you're gonna show up, then you're sleeping with a monster. That's a reality of the gaming as well. What the hell is on that chat? No idea what he's saying. Yala kola lila blah. No idea. Oh, I forgot. I want to helping the guys. Because I'm still doing that Path to Glory. Let's do some lottery. I really wish to win something cool. The real tickets are cool. But a limited time, remember guys, to play this lottery until I think 10th of January. Everything gonna reduce the rewards again. I wish to get that at least once. I played the Royal Lottery I think 10 times in total or less, and the only thing what I get was this gold. That once happened, nothing else. On this line, everything else was this. Yeah, the most gathering, which is great, but never above the second level. I don't want to show this game as a very bad one because I need to be honest with you guys. This is not the most greedy one. They still keep it in some distance from our pockets. I just don't know for how long, because other games are also in the beginning like this, and then later everything changes. We obviously understand there's nothing for free, to be honest. This is just like pretending almost. We actually know how the lots of things works. When you think you're gonna getting something from free, then you are very naive. Those little rewards, like daily rewards, they are made on purpose. This is psychology stuff, what they providing you, so you think you're achieving something, so you keep coming back to it. This is all made up. This is all business. This is all normal. I don't think I forgot about any of this any more of that side of this game, to be honest. I wish one can be like this. No players on it, or dying realm, or your team is too weak, or you're actually from another part of the world and your team is not on. So I advise you, even if you like them, you just explained, sorry guys, but I need to play with someone who actually is active in the same, at least a little bit the same time. That's why I'm happy with this team, because doesn't matter what time I'm gonna get on, always is someone, and I'm very grateful. Thank you guys. I enjoy this match, but I losing from an example if I'm not I'm not able to get on when it's Dark Citadel on, because the time difference, or in this realm, is actually a very good case. When the Empire, call it like this, they doing this special event when you need to gather for those social points or something. No, social points. Let's call it some different ones. So you can buy some prestige equipment, the chests, and some speed up, some lottery tickets, bullshit like this. So they always doing that every time I have to go to sleep. So I managed once, I stayed longer until 2 or 3 a.m. and then I managed to buy some lottery tickets, because I couldn't actually gather enough resources to get those fucking points to get in a game, right? To enjoy that shop. And they are actually managed to doing all the realm, all the highest titles for themselves. So I can't even count to get the top not reward, top stuff from that shop. I can forget about it. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not. Just need to be realistic with this game or any other, right? It's so many games coming out all the time. This look at Steam, Uplay, Origins, and any other platform what you're buying your games for. Like even on PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 or Xbox, right? Is so many, and then exclusively, right? Like a game like Uncharted, only on PlayStation 4 or something like this. So this is really sad, because we want to play it on PC, or someone want to play on Xbox, and it's all that business. I own a PlayStation as well, but I'm sometimes pissed off because I wish to just not having too many CDs, not having too many stuff. I just wish to have all one, be able to play those games and enjoy it on one device, not putting money everywhere. Right. Oh, I want to mention again, I trying to do something on the background. I actually have some cool posters coming. It's gonna be hopefully on my next video. I'm gonna start doing another broadcast very soon, maybe even today, later on. For some people tonight, I'm not sure, depends where you are. It's yeah, there you guys see, it's very difficult to do a broadcast actually from the March of Empires. For me, this is another bad side of the game. I'm trying to show you much as I can. I'm trying to give as much tips as I can, but it's that's it. I can't just go for fighting and then looking on a camera and talking. And like I mentioned in those points of bad sides of this game, remember that if you don't have a power, an army, then you can forget about the fighting. But think about it twice before you buying any pack, because it's not going to give you, you know, if you're spending a little bit, it's not going to get you to the you know, top on the rankings. Oh, let's do the ranking now. Let's see. My level 281. See my power, see this guy power, and to be honest, he lost a little bit because he was above 700 million. And there is others. Okay, so to fight with any of them, that's gonna take really some time. And they know it. And in the time when I'm gonna get to that power, when I actually wanna thinking, oh, now is the time, they will have more. So you need to be active. If you don't have time, don't play this game. I just want to warn you straight away, don't be naive. Better to play something else. Like for example, I recommending Company of Heroes, I recommending Tomb Raider, the new ones, not old ones. Old ones are bullshit. Games that are not gonna, you know, force you to be on so often. I don't know how long I'm gonna play this game, to be honest. I will get to the point when I will just say no, thank you. Enough. because my time is more pressure, far more pressures than a game like this, to be honest. I understand many other players here, they don't play any other games, or they don't want to, or they don't have to, they can't, anything, right? Everyone have their own personal reasons. Some people saying they don't want to spend the money on other game, they prefer to play something like this. Oh man, you are very wrong. In this point you are absolutely mistaken. I'm telling you from my own experience, and sometimes it's better to buy the game, which is you have to pay for the beginning, but then the game is actually made perfectly for you. Again, I will show up with Company of Heroes in this case, because you can give you hundreds and hundreds of hours of gameplay, except campaign DLCs of fucking multiplayer. You can play with a computer against and stuff. So it's better if you are thinking about what you're talking, here. That time what you're putting on this game is not gonna be the same as you're gonna put on a game what you actually spend a little bit money on. And if you can't actually afford new games, which are actually very against, I'm gonna tell you about this in a minute. If you can't afford, go on sales. Steam, for example, get perfectly sales during Christmas or New Year, some special occasions, traditional days, and many other platforms also get sales which are worth to have a look on. And now I'm gonna start saying, actually this is not about the March of Empires, but gaming. Okay, this is my channel is about gaming. Yeah, I was going to purchase Call of Duty World War II. I didn't have money, but I borrowed some. I bought Star Wars Battlefront 2, and then I play something like this. I don't even play those two other games. I think that actually Star Wars is fantastic, is much better than before. I was striking these games. Or Witcher 3, right? This is perfect. And I'm actually gonna show you, thanks for watching, by the way. I want to show you what I got on my background. So this is the poster from Witcher 3. I just ordered it. Very nice, but the different material is not that shiny. I got a few other ones would gonna arrive soon, I hope. I love games. And this game, absolutely, look on the developer. They give you pay that little bit of money, but actually you achieve absolutely shit loads for it. Then actually the money what you spent was absolutely worth it. The players was thrilled with that game. I didn't have time to play it too much. I just started. I was playing on my friends on PlayStation 4, but I bought it on computer and I want to play it even now, but I bought it on sale. So this is what I was going from before. What's the point to spend $50 or $100 on this game, March of Empires? What is gonna get you to? I don't think too far. Later on you will have to spend money again and again and again. Okay, then you have $100 for Call of Duty, because that's what I think I spent on it. 120. So I got season pass. Okay, so I'm gonna get some extra maps and bullshit, but I don't enjoy the game. The game was absolutely ruined. This mistake, but because you bought it from beginning, so you didn't save any money, and the developer is absolutely greedy from Call of Duty series. I was a big fan of Modern Warfare 2, 3, but then they ruin it. So when you're gonna get to that point, think about what you're putting your money on, and think about which is better, to spend the money on a stupid mobile game, which is specially made so that people actually have to spend it sooner or later. Yeah, I said, I trying to put the series how to play without spending your money. It's working. At least for me, it's working, right? But I put in lots of effort to do like this as well. And I trying to pass some of the tips from my experience to new players. But if I will have a choice between this and Witcher 3, so adios muchachos with March of Empires. Seriously, the Company of Heroes, look on that strategy, the best Second World War strategy on the market. Nobody gonna say a word, I'm not gonna believe it, and you can actually find any better one up to this date. And you can actually get it for like $12 up to 15, and this is for the first one, second, and all the DLCs for the first one, and 2 DLCs for the second, Company of Heroes 2. So, you know, you actually see that money in the gaming. If you are one of the teenagers who actually need to have the game which is actually co-op and is so, you know, popular right now, so that's a little bit different. So you might need to put a little bit more money. You need to put you know, buy that, like for example that Call of Duty World War II, but you're gonna a little bit suffer. Let's not forget about the cheaters, hackers. This game as well. There's another dark side. How many on the Facebook, they get the page, the you know, profile on the Facebook, when they actually loads of people complaining about it and they not even answering to those messages. Then there's some cheaters. Lots of cheaters are from China, which is sad, on almost every game, including Call of Duty or that another one which is very popular now, the survival shooter. And is, you know, the hacker, the cheater always gonna ruin. You know what kind of cheats, like was old times, Heroes, Might and Magic, one of the best games, the third one, but there was a code of cheat, then you can finish the mission. So what the fuck? What's the point to even starting it? I'm sorry I changed the subject a bit about other games. I'm not talking about March of Empires, but this is another part what I said. The game sometimes it can be very, very boring. If there's no proper events, if there's not enough players on, if there's nothing happening, so there's nothing to do. So thank you very much. Very nice. I really appreciate it. If somebody watching me finally, my channel is very very young, I will call it like this. Let's send some beer. You know, I'm trying to be honest. I really playing a lot of games from many years. I didn't think about even trying to starting my gaming channel. I was way too busy at work, but my life a little bit changed, so I'm trying my best. I know I talk a lot, and I doing it on it's very cool, you know, from someone who actually from the team or from the same realm who watching it. Guys, remember, if you got any questions about this game or any other game, I might be able to help you answer. And if you have your kids when you not sure if which game you actually want to buy for your kids, I really want to be able to help you with this as well. I play absolutely every fucking games, everything. As long as it's good, as long as it's not a cheat, like Destiny, like I mentioned. I hope they fix it in the second one. I didn't even want to look at it but many others I'm trying, and I going with the develop. I playing other games. I actually gonna do some video about some games for the children, because you need to know which games you should let your child to play. This is very important subject, because if it's these days many games are really inappropriate. Some people might not agree with me, but I actually see it. You know, some parents don't have time to look after the kids, what they playing. and some games are just not always very bad because of the language or too much blood killing, blah 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 blah. It's not only about this. Sometimes it's parents choosing a wrong game for the child. They have no interest, then you have the refund, or the game is too difficult for the certain age. There is some game which I want to do as well, a little bit older game about a roller coaster, but the options are too much if it's for like 9 years old or 10 years old, or I would buy the game more for the teenager than for the youngest, unless it's very clever, unless it's actually enjoy the little bit difficulty level higher. Definitely for none of the kids I will never allow, except from my side, to play the game like this, March of Empires. I'm really sorry to any developers and stuff, to any people who creating this kind of game, but they might have some kind of understanding what I'm saying. This is the game also to make money, monetizations, microtransactions in the game, right? This is very popular these days. Lots of developers trying to put it on. Shadow of War was the same. Lots of people complain about that, but to be honest, in that moment, in Shadow of War, you don't need to spend your money. You can complete absolutely game and enjoy it absolutely fully without using that microtransactions. In a game like this, it's far more harder, take you longer, and like I said from many times in this video, you're not gonna get too far without, unless you're playing really long. You're not gonna lose your shield and you're not gonna be burned by others. That's it. I can talk of, if it comes to games, I can just talk and talk. So thank you very much for watching. I want to say hi to all the guys who see me from Realm 121. I really appreciate your comments on the chat. That's very cool. And I hope you enjoyed. I hope you understand why I make the videos like this. You can check any other videos. I actually trying to give you some tips about any other game I play, including March of Empires. It's not going to be too many more videos from this game, to be honest, because there's just nothing to make about it. If you have any questions, leave the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more. Thanks again. That's it for now. And now I have to try to jump in and try to do some research here. And I will try to do some broadcasts as soon as possible with some different subject, different game. See you later.